Hi guys, so if you're interested in seeing my kind of basic everyday makeup look, then it's actually this one right now. Just go ahead and keep watching. Alright guys, here I am fresh-faced with coffee in hand. Okay, taking a drink. Alright, first thing, going to put up this crazy mop of hair. Hopefully get it out of the way. And then I'm going in with my Garnier BB cream. You guys know I love this stuff. This is in medium light and it is the regular version. And I'm just going to buff that in with my hands. Well, fingers really. And I'm just going to buff, buff, buff. I find that with the Garnier BB cream, it's just so much easier to use your fingers to blend it in rather than a brush. It's a pretty thick BB cream, and so I think that sometimes a brush just soaks up too much of the product, and I end up using more than I like, more than I want to on my face. And I'll come back and do my forehead later. But right now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in 10 Light, and I'm just going to dot that wherever I might have little flare-ups, pimples, acne, redness, and at this point I think I was actually breaking out pretty bad, so there'll be a lot of that a lot of concealing going on. This is a great concealer. It is pretty, I would say medium to full coverage from the drugstore, readily available, and it just does a really good job. It doesn't really crease or cake up, and then I'm just gonna let that set for a little while and go in with my Painterly paint pot and my fingers onto my eyes. I just like to let my concealer set up a little bit and before I buff it out. And I'm just gonna buff in some of that paint pot onto my eyelids. This just helps keep my eyeshadow stay all day and not crease because I do have relatively oily eyelids. You can see all those weird faces I'm making with my forehead. That's why I don't put my BB cream on until after I'm done with my eye makeup. And I'm going in, these are just the e.l.f. eyelash curlers. They are by no means special. They were $1 at Target. One day I'll get a nice pair. One day. And I'm just going to go ahead and curl those lashes. I do like to pulse and kind of pull up a little bit just to get a really good curl. And then I'm going in with my Mica Bella loose shadow. This is in Striptease. Wow, scandalous. And is, like I said, this is a loose shadow. I don't know if this is still available. I've had this for years now. And I'm going in with my Bare Essentials Precision Eye Brush. This is a dual-ended brush. I just use the flat shader side to pack on some of that loose shadow in Striptease. And as you can see, I'm just swirling around in the lid of that eyeshadow and then tapping off the excess and just really buffing that all over the lid. And I just like to go back and forth all over the lid. Then I'm going in with my Sigma E35, I believe, and just kind of blending that out, making sure there are no harsh lines. I just like to blend that through the crease. This is obviously not a very complicated eye look. It's really a single wash all over the lid, but I just like to make sure it's all buffed out well. And then I'm going in with my Real Technique setting brush and finally blending out that concealer that I let set up. Alright, and now I'm using my Rimmel Scandaleyes eye pencil in brown, and I'm just going to line my upper tight line and then also the lash line on the upper portion or the outer portion of my eye. So kind of that outer third I will also do kind of on top of the lashes, right like that. Next I'll be using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher in black, and I will be using my little Naked Basics palette to help me see what I'm doing. And for this one, I just like to kind of hold the wand and then blink and then wiggle the brush from the root of the lashes all the way to the tips. I think that this mascara gives a really great look. I wouldn't say it's like outstanding in volume or outstanding in length, but I think it does it's a great in between. It adds a little volume, adds a little length, and it most importantly importantly, it does not clump at all, which I have a lot of issues with other mascaras that I've tried. Alright, and now it's time for blush. I'm going in with the Revlon blush in Racy Rose. This is just a really pretty pinky coral, and I'm also using my Sigma F40 large angled contour brush and just doing this nice and creepy smile to get those apples of the cheeks to pop out. And then I'm blending that from the apple of the cheeks and then back a little bit. Unfortunately, I have used this blush more since I filmed the tutorial, and I do notice that it can get pretty patchy in places, and it does not wear well throughout the day, so I have not been using it recently. Now, if you'll remember at the beginning, I did not put any of my BB cream on my forehead because I do make those weird facial expressions while doing my eye makeup. So now I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of BB cream and blend that into my forehead using my fingers. And finally, I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is just a translucent setting powder, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques powder brush to just tap that in all over the face, just kind of set everything in place, and then I'm pretty much good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed my everyday face look. I hope to see you next time. Bye!